Hey there folks, Chuck here, and I got a couple of packages in the mail while I was out of town this past week, and I wanted to share some of them with you along with some of the cool stuff that I found while I was down visiting the in-laws in Sarasota. First I got a package in the mail from my good buddy JC over at JC Auto Parts in Marietta, Oklahoma, and he runs a Parts Plus store over there, and he sent me a few cool things, including several hats. This one's my favorite. It's very nice. It's got like a nice mesh backing. But a lot of the stuff that he sent me was related to this channel, so I thought I would share it. First, he sent me these cool resin grills for Dodge trucks. This would be for a 72, 73, and this would be for a 74 to 76 Dodge grill. If you were to take like a Little Red Express and backdate it, that's really all it would take to do that. So I forget where he found these. I think he said he found them at like a flea market or something of all places. There was a guy selling resin model parts, and that was really cool. The other things he sent me these cool open die casts. This charger has definitely seen better days. It looks like it got acetone or something dropped on it because the paint has just evaporated off of part of it. But that's cool. This is exactly the kind of Hot Wheels car that I like getting, because I can do a lot of fun stuff with old, weather-beaten, already beat-up cars and then have no pangs of conscience for messing up a brand new car. Although usually I don't. And this cool 1970 Torino. I think I have this casting elsewhere, but I do not have it with this layout. This is a really cool paint scheme, actually. I usually don't care for the Hot Wheels paint schemes, but this is very nice. So, anyway, gonna zoom in a little here. He also sent me this really cool Diora 2. The original Dodge Diora was powered by a Slant 6, much like my Valiant and the Dodge truck are. And I don't know if there was an actual Diora 2, and if it was powered by a Slant 6, that definitely doesn't look like one. But it has these neat surfboards on it, so that's very cool. And I do love me a good Herbie. So that was really cool of him to send that. It's fresh on the card. And that'll go in my Herbie collection. My daughter also loves Herbie, so she will be very excited about that. He also sent me this really cool backdrop from one of the Christine dioramas. So that's very cool. It's got some old parts on the shelf. It's all like one solid resin block, but it's got some cool elements to it. I had the larger one that had the fence and the staircase, and I used the staircase on my garage diorama. And then I was able to separate all this stuff from the wall, and some of it's on the back of my garage diorama. But this will be really cool, and maybe I can make this into like a smaller shadow box or something for displaying cars. So those are the most relevant things. He sent me a bunch of other cool stuff. Oh, he also sent me this really cool box. And this is cool because Blue Streak is actually the name of the color that my car is painted. If it was a Dodge, the Plymouth color was officially called Basin Street Blue. It was also called Chrysler Corporate Blue or Super Blue in later Dodges, but it was also called Blue Streak for a little bit. So that's very fun. Thank you, Colin. And I can actually use this for organizing paints and stuff. So again, thanks to Colin, not sponsored, but thank you for sending me cool stuff. And if you're ever in the Marietta, Oklahoma area, be sure to check out his shop. And that logo, by the way, is designed by my brother Justin, who also did the logo for this channel and all the fine stuff in our merch store. Cool. All right. Well, let's move on to, I did a little diecast peg hunting while I was down in Sarasota, and I found this little guy. And I didn't realize Maisto has stepped up their game somewhat in the 164 world. They're still a little big, I think, but this casting is pretty nice, and it's got these cool pre-opened windows, and I like that the trunk opens. It's got a little bit of an engine detail in there. I don't think you can see it, but... And these things are held together with Phillips head screwdrivers, or Phillips head screws, so that makes it very easy to take these apart with a screwdriver. So that's very fun. My dream is to one day do a camper diorama, like a campground diorama with a bunch of campers on display, so I keep collecting them for that one big day. I also found these Johnny Lightnings over at Ollie's. This is very cool. I like this Sunoco branded Corvair a lot. And it's got a nicely little detailed engine. Still got the spare tire in there, motor. And this Continental, which I had this one in red, but I got it in white too because I just really like this casting, even though it is way small. I mean, if you look at it next to this square back, there's obviously a big scale difference there. This is like 1/60th and this is like 1/72nd, but I don't know. I like it, and I get what I like. I also found some of the new Hot Wheels Boulevard series. So I got the Skyline, the Sprinter, and this one I'm very excited about, the Alfa Romeo. It's just one of the most beautiful cars ever made. And they did such a good job on this casting. It's a very well done casting. So I also stopped by Descent into Gaming down there, and I do not know what I did with that bag of paint. One second. Flip wipe. I'm back. So I stopped at this place in Bradenton called Descent into Gaming. It's this great little gaming store, and they have a fun little Facebook page that I'll link to in the description, and picked up some Games Workshop paints and some Vallejo game colors, because it's rare that I come across a place in the wild that sells these things. So it was nice to save some money on shipping. And they had a good price on the games, the Vallejo paints. So I got this heavy black green because I think that would be a fun color to work with. Smoky ink and dry rust, just because I was intrigued by the color name. I am a sucker for a good paint color name. I also picked up some more Typhus Corrosion, which is my favorite down and dirty way to do corrosion and rust. Use this with some Ryza rust, and it is so much quicker than the fancy way that I do rust. But yeah, I like the challenge of doing it the fancy way. But every now and then it's fun to just throw a texture paint on there and dry brush on some orange. And some Nuln Oil. I'm excited to try this. I have seen Alvarez's shop likes to use this a lot, and I've seen it used on other builders, but Alvarez definitely uses it the most. So it looks really good on his stuff. I've got other shaders and washes, but I've always been intrigued to try it, and I was able to buy it in person for a very reasonable price. So support your local game shop or hobby shop. Go there. Don't go to the chains. Go to your local small town hobby shop if you can find one. Gainesville does not have one anymore, and it is very sad. Well, we do, but they're all like RC places. Anyway, I digress. I'm getting to the big thing. I'm just saving it because I don't know what's in it. But there's a big package from one of my favorite YouTubers coming up. This was my monthly Patreon art order. I have an eBay store that I love that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head that I will link to in the description below. And they have a good selection of stuff for dioramas and game stuff and miniature stuff. And I've bought from them 5 or 6 times now, and they are fantastic. Their shipping is super fast. They have very reasonable shipping rates, at least in the US, and they have just a ton of awesome stuff. So this is some more static grass that I got. I believe this was, which one was this? This is brown, scattergrass brown, that I want to mix in with some of my burnt grass when it comes time to do a scrapyard diorama or a car crusher diorama, maybe. That might be a teaser for a future unboxing video. This stuff was interesting. It's dried seagrass. Haven't really messed with this stuff yet, but it looks like it makes some pretty good ground cover. So I wanted to try that out and see how it compares to the homemade stuff. Here's some static grass. This is muddy grass. I have burnt grass, I have brown, and now I have muddy. So I thought this would be fun for like doing a bayou or swamp diorama. What else we got in here? Got some detail brushes for getting in there on the really fine stuff. I find that I go through these pretty quick, So thought I'd try out an Army Painter and a Gadzooks Micro. Haven't tried them out yet. Some AK Crackle paint. I think this would be fun to try out on some of my future builds to see what it does on N64 stuff. This is some more static grass. This is parched straw, so that's very cool. Also accumulated dust, because you can't do a barn find diorama without some good dust. I was intrigued to see what this is bigger than I thought it would be, but that's because I'm American and bad at the metric system, and I don't know how big 100 milliliters is, but it's apparently that big. Pretty big. Alright. This is also bigger than I thought it would be. Excited about this. Puddles. I've tried their wet effects and liked it a lot. I want to see how Puddles works as far as doing standing water. And this is Rust Shadow from Secret Weapon. Haven't tried it yet, but if it's got rust in the title, I'm interested. So, thought I'd try that out. That's actually a little smaller than I thought it would be. But again, I don't know the metric system. I'm working on it, people, I promise. All my international friends are going, what are you doing? Alright. And this is the Army Painter Super Detail Brush. That's very cool. Surprised it was loose. Should have a protector on it. Must have come off in there. Another weathering pencil that I wanted to try. Another metallic. I wanted to try the aluminum out. I tried the copper and wasn't super thrilled with the copper, but this could be very fun. Green blue. I saw this done as a wash over black on an aircraft build, and it did a really cool weathering effect. I wanted to try that out. And another chipping color pencil, because I have been burning through mine. And definitely don't want to run out, because this is probably my go-to favorite weathering tool at the moment. It just works magic, as you've seen in some of my videos. So, alright. I've got a phone call to jump on, and I'll be right back with the grand finale. Flip wipe. Alright, we're back. Where was I? I was just on the phone with my good buddy Christian, who I've known for many years. He has a great YouTube channel called Street Food that is not active at the moment, but you should go back and check out his archives. It's some really cool street food exploration and family vlogging from China. He's back here in the States due to COVID. But anyway, looking forward to seeing him again, and he watches this show sometimes. So, hi Christian. I forgot, there was one more in the paints that I got from Descent into Gaming, and that was heavy charcoal, because again, I hate working with straight blacks and straight whites just because it's not how things naturally look in their weathered state. So I try to avoid solid black pigment and solid white pigment whenever possible. And yes, I'm aware of what I said earlier. Please ignore the innuendo there. This is another thing that I picked up off Amazon. It was an open package, and I thought this was very fun. It's a Funko Pop, of course, of Dr. Peter Venkman and this Ghostbusters house, which is actually the firehouse. It's actually pretty darn close to 1/64th scale. So I've got a bunch of Ecto 1s, and I thought this would be a very fun thing to have out for my Ecto 1s to park around, and maybe I'll weather this up some. The only thing I don't like about it is the bricks are kind of large, but there might be a way I could cover the bricks with something a little more in scale, because the rest of it would be fine. I mean, even these bricks down here would be fine. It's just these bricks up here that are too big, but these doors are almost perfect for 1/64th scale. I just need to draw a etch a dividing line in there. So anyway, all right, enough stalling. Got the big thing here. This box from David over at the worst YouTube channel ever. He went to this really awesome diecast shop that's near him that I can't remember the name of, and I'll have to look it up. But anyway, they had a bunch of vintage Matchbox cars, and I do love me some good vintage Matchbox, and he kept an eye out for some stuff for me, and he said he sent me some other goodies, and I've been itching to get into this box because I can't wait to see what he found, because I had a list, and I'm not sure what was on the list that he was able to get, so we will see. Alright. First of all, there is a letter. I need to make sure this doesn't have anything private on it. Oh. Oh. That's very nice. I'm going to flip wipe to the unboxing after I finish reading that. Alright, I finished reading the letter. Thank you, David. That was a very kind thing for you to say. I will keep that private. But it was a very nice letter. So, let's see what we got in here. Alright. We've got a Snow Ripper. That's very cool. That was one that was definitely on my list. Especially after doing the dump truck and the forklift, I want to do more industrial things, and so that's very cool. I know this is a love or hate casting, but I do love four-doors, and there's not enough civilian four-door sedans out there. I guess this would be a four-door hardtop because it had the open access way. There was no posts on the doors, but very cool. I think I might have to make use of that one sooner rather than later. Dune Chaser. I don't usually go for racers and stuff, but I do love this just classic sandrail look. It's just a fun casting. And so this is a funny story. He was showing off some cars that were on the shelves, and I remembered there being a premium turbo T-Bird, like an 84 T-Bird. And I was like, oh, can you get me the T-Bird? And I forgot to specify which T-Bird, forgetting that there was also a 1957 T-Bird. So I own this one now. But that's cool, because this is just, it's a nice casting. I don't think I have this one, or if I do, it's one of my childhood ones that's really beat up. But I can do something cool with this. And it's got nice rubber tires. Let's see what we got. This one I'm very excited about. This one I could definitely see doing like my forklift or my dump truck. It's got this really nice grading on here, and it's just a good classic industrial street sweeper. I could really embrace the grime and the dust on that one. The MGF, that's very cool. I'm not like a super big European car guy, but I'm becoming that in my old age. And I don't know, I just love that 80s and 90s European car aesthetic is starting to grow on me. The Camo Convoy, this is kind of like a Pinzgauer or a Unimog, almost. Probably more of a, I think it's Pinzgauer is how it's pronounced. But I just thought that was very cool, and I love this because I would love to try doing more cloth painting techniques. There's not a lot of castings that you can do that with where the convertible top is up or whatever. This one's another one I'm very excited about because, again, cloth top. And you can just have so much fun with these things because they're so wild, and you could have a really gnarly, dusty, grimy thing going on with one of these. So, very excited about this one. Glad he was able to grab that. Let's see what we got. The Susie Rodeo, the roadside rescue guy. This one's fun. This one might be one that I weather just on top of the actual paint and don't take the paint off and then separate it out and just detail it up. Because I just so amused by the graphics on this. I just love them. They're so retro. Alright, whoop. Got away from me now. Let's see, we got the Volvo P1800s. This is just one of the best looking cars ever made. Along with that Alfa. It's just, I love the look of these things. They're timeless, I think, and one of them made it 1 million miles, which is pretty incredible. This is another miscommunication, but it's good to have another one. Now I have 3 of these, so I'm going to have to do something fun with them. Maybe I'll make a small fleet of something. But there was a different school bus, and again, this is 100% my fault, not David's. I forgot to tell him which school bus I was talking about, and he made the call that I would have made. Oh, that's fun. I don't immediately recognize this one. Harry Hustler. That's cool. I'm not as up on my old school Matchbox as I should be. That's very fun. I can do some cool cyberpunk something or other with that. Baja Bandit. I've really wanted to get my hands on a Myers-Manx style dune buggy, and this one I really like. I like the roll cage on it. Leads to a lot of opportunities for cool metal weathering on that and padding weathering. I thought it was very cool. 78 Dodge Monaco. That's another one that I like. I just, growing up in the era that I did, these were on just about every TV show that you could think of in so many different ways, and I've got this weird Stockholm Syndrome relationship to 70s Dodge Monacos and Furies. So I have a collection of them in green light and in, I think I've got a couple of the old Hot Wheels ones, and I think I've even got Yachtming as well. 70 El Camino. And it's funny, I've just got another commission to do another 70 Chevelle, which will make this my third Chevelle that I've done. And this is basically the same thing. I did the station wagon, and I'll have done 2 of the regular Chevelle SS's. Like, okay. I mean, I appreciate the commissions, don't get me wrong. It's just like, people are going to think I'm the Chevy guy. And that's fine. I like Chevys just fine. Cadillac Ambulance. It's another one where the scale's not quite right, but oh my gosh, there's so much opportunity there. I mean, how could I say no? So that's super awesome. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, that's fun. Oh my gosh. What is this? That is some old school Matchbox there. Old mixer. It's got some kind of, I guess, like a grater or something that would go underneath it. Oh, that's fun. Does this come out? Yeah. I know people are probably screaming at the screen right now, telling me all the stuff that I shouldn't be doing with this. But that is very cool. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. That is a video for sure. What else we got in here? Oh, that's wild. Looks like a Plymouth Prowler, kind of. Oh, Hyundai Spider concept. Okay. Well, they were definitely borrowing a thing or two from Plymouth, weren't they? When's this dated? 2001, yeah. That would have been after the Prowler. Wow. That's wild. Not sure what I'd do with that one yet, but I do have some cyberpunk stuff that I want to do. That would definitely be a candidate for that. Well, speaking of Monacos, that's cool. Can never have too many of these. The green light Monaco, the 75 Dodge Monaco. That is super cool. I can definitely do something with that. That is awesome. Thank you very much. And oh, this is fun. I've seen this one, and now I'm spacing on it, but I love the gull wings on it. Something Spider? Siva Spider. That is super cool. 1972. Oh man, it's just that amazing cassette futurism, early 70s concept stuff. I love. It just reminds me of like old school Tomorrowland at Disney World, which was all 1970s futurism. That's cool. The Blue Shark. Looks like he's missing a tab, but I think I saw somebody, Diecast Graveyard or somebody, I think Paul just redid one of these and he was able to make a replacement. That's very cool. And we got that awesome 70s, 80s computer graphic stuff there. I think there's a few things left in here. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty. I like you. This is the kind of stuff I love. Really, really tore up. Gives you a lot of creative leeway. Porsche 910. That's very cool. I do love these old swoopy Porsches. very fun. Interesting. Looks like that's part of the chassis. Yeah, because there's no rivet back here. That's interesting. That's definitely one that I look forward to building. It's going to go on the roster. I think I feel one more left in here. Yep. One more. All right, what do we got? Oh, that's fun. Matchbox Road Dragster, 1970. Got a lot of opportunity to maybe make some 3D printed interior for this. That's very cool. So, anyway, that's the breakdown of stuff that I've been up to this week. As always, thanks for watching. I'm always surprised that people enjoy these, but I really enjoy sharing this stuff with you. And thank you. If you like this, please subscribe, like, let me know in the comments which one's your favorite, what you're looking forward to me building the most. I can tell you right now that I'm looking forward to this one. That one is sweet. But yeah, so thanks again, everyone, for watching, commenting. Thanks again, big special thanks to David at Worst YouTube Channel Ever, Colin over at JC Auto Parts in Marietta, Oklahoma. You're amazing. And thanks to the good people at Descent into Gaming in Bradenton. I'll be linking to everybody's stuff in the description. Please check them out. Please support them. And subscribe to David's YouTube channel. He's a really good guy, and he has some really cool insights on some unique diecast cars. So, as always, thanks again for coming along with me for the ride. You're amazing. We're amazing. We're all amazing together. This has been a lot of fun. So, until next time, stay fresh, cheese bags.